Hello, I'm Toycam. Welcome back to QnA Saturday. QnA Saturday is a weekly series I run on my channel where I answer your questions about a variety of subjects, usually focused around the next update for Minecraft console. Obviously, right now there's a bit of lull while we're waiting for the big announcement to come at some point soon, presumably in the next week. And while we wait for that, I'm going to be answering a bunch more variety questions. So yeah, all of these questions do come from last week's comment section. If you want to ask any for next week, you can leave them in the comments down below, and that's where I pick questions from. While you're down there anyway, though, I'd very much appreciate a like on the video because it helps out the channel and lets know you do like the QnA Saturdays. But with that said, we'll go straight into the first question, which comes in from Random Gaming, who asks #QnA. I heard that in 1.10 will be added copy and paste blocks. Is that true? So yeah, will there be copy and paste blocks in 1.10? Yes, there will be, Random Gaming. And basically, I didn't actually know this was a thing until I actually looked into the structure block. The structure block is something everyone got excited for, and I didn't really understand why. But the idea behind the structure block is that it basically is the ability to copy and paste. You can copy and paste. I think it's up to a 32 by 32 area, and uses a GUI. It's really clever. I want to do some stuff testing out with it and maybe learning more about it. And of course, it's going to change a lot between now and the release. But there is going to be a copy and paste block. At least there is one right now, and it's pretty cool if you ask me. The fact that you don't have to go out of the game, you don't have to use a weird mod. You can just give yourself the block by using a cheat, and I think that's all good stuff. If you are a builder on the PC, so later on the console. So yeah, with that said, we're going to move on to the next question, which comes in from Fred F, who asks #ToyCatQnA. I like you got the Q as a nice little hashtag there. I mean, if you're going to do the ridiculous hashtags, why not, right? But with that said, they ask, for some reason, I'm dying to know, do you use inverted controls or normal? Thank you for the amazing videos, and I hope you're all well. Thank you very much, Fred F. But yeah, to answer your question, do I use inverted controls or normal? I use normal controls, like most of the population, actually. And it's funny because, as it turns out, the inverted controls used to be the normal way back in the day, and the reason behind inverted controls versus normal controls is that normal controls are for people who see that, again, I looked into this recently, they're for people who see the world through their eyes, whereas inverted controls are people who kind of see the world through the back of their head, or like they picture themselves being back there, because that means you have to kind of invert to control your head, like you move your head down to move your head up, if you get what I'm saying. And yeah, that's the basic idea behind inverted controls versus normal. I see the world from the eyes personally. Let me know if any of you actually see the world from either the back of your head or the middle of your head, where your brain is. I would be very curious, because again, it's something that I know it sounds more logical, but I just can't get behind it personally. But yeah, that's the answer to your question, Fred F. I use normal controls. Inverted is something I know a lot of people use and just can't get away with not using, but that's my little way I do it there. So, next question comes in from Flixer34, who asks, Toycat, do you think it would be a good idea if they added wolf armor to Minecraft? I do think it would be a good idea, and I don't think even necessarily it has to be a new item. I think just horse armor should be called animal armor, and you can use it on dogs, you can use it on horses, and you can use it on cats. Because I'm pretty sure you can put horse armor on mules, right? Am I terribly wrong with that assumption? But yeah, basically, I think horse armor should be able to be put on all animals and just called animal armor. And then when there's future animals like the bear, imagine a bear with bear armor. Wouldn't that be great? So yeah, my official suggestion is rename horse armor to animal armor, so you can have wolf armor, you can have cat armor if you really want it, and you can have bear armor for later on down the line. That's my personal suggestion, but let me know what you think. But with this next question, which comes in from Thaddeus Cadell, and this is a really common reply to something I said last week, where I mentioned how English is basically the national language of America, and I didn't mean it was officially. Like, there's nothing officially saying like this is English, but the Constitution, for instance, is written in English, and 99 point something % of people in America speak English. So that was the point I was trying to make. I wasn't saying it's official. It doesn't really matter if a language is official or not. It depends on what people speak. And America is one of the most English-speaking countries in the world. A lot of people do speak Spanish, but it depends from region to region. If you just ask an average American, like what language do you speak, they're probably going to say English. And that was just the point I was trying to get out there. I wanted to address all of that because a lot of people said that. Another one actually a lot of people went with is the GIF and GIF thing, where like, oh, it's like you say GIF wrong. You should say it GIF like the creator. And it's funny because to say GIF rather than GIF, they actually write it GIF, and to me that proves the point. The fact that you pronounce GIF and GIF, you get the point I'm saying there. So yeah, feedback from last week. I didn't say English was. I didn't mean English was the national language in the way that's official, but it basically is, and GIF is just the superior pronunciation. So moving on from that one to the next question, which comes in from Tumble Gamer, who asks, livestream Thursday, Q&A Saturday, Seed Sunday, what else do you have? So I figured I'd get this one out there because my schedule isn't something that I ever talk about. I just kind of, at the start of a few videos, say, oh, this is this thing, and then it's this day. So, yeah, every single Saturday, like today, I do a Q&A. Every single Sunday, like tomorrow, I do a Seed Sunday. Tomorrow's Seed Sunday is actually pretty awesome. It has 8 villages. But then on Monday, there's Let's Play Monday. On Tuesday, I do some form of unique game live stream. It's, it's been Portal, and then Portal 2, and then Black Ops 3, and then, there's a lot of games mixed in there, just, different games like that. Thursday is usually a Minecraft live stream, and then we're back around to the week. So there's 5 days of the week where there's almost always something, and then on Fridays, there's a few other things I go in there. On Fridays, I try to do something if there's a feature preview. If we know an update's coming out, I'll do a feature preview for that update. And besides that, yeah, that's roughly my schedule. Everything else is just whatever I feel like uploading on that day, and you get a lot of bizarre and interesting content that way, and hopefully you like that. So yeah, that's the answer to your question, Tumble Gamer. I hope that was what you're asking for. If it wasn't, we'll move on to the next question, which comes in from Exploding Creeper 189, who asks #QnA, what country will you go to next? To answer your question, Spain. I have actually... It's been a while since I've been to another country. Like, earlier this year, I think I went to, 6 in 3 months. Because, I got the New Year's resolution. Gotta go to all the EU ones. Yeah, I'm going to Spain because, I don't know, it's one of those, typical countries where, everyone goes on, holiday and stuff, at least in the UK. And I was like, let's give that a check out. So, yeah, going to Spain, Madrid in particular. If anyone has any recommendations for Madrid. I've asked, 5 times today to leave comments. If you have recommendations for Madrid, tweet them at me. Yeah, that's a different one. So yeah, that's the answer to your question. I'm going to Spain next, and Madrid in particular, the big city. The second biggest city, maybe. I think Barcelona's bigger. But yeah, we'll move on to the next question, which comes in from Posh Pikachu. I like the profile picture, by the way. What did you have for dinner yesterday, and what PC block do you think is least likely to be added? It's a really bizarre combination of questions, but I figured, let's take it. So, what did I have for dinner yesterday? I believe, I had chicken, Kiev, and chips. Very, very, fancy dinner, but just kidding, of course. But and also, what PC block do you think is least likely to be added? I think the least likely PC block right now is the command block, not because it is amazingly unlikely in of itself. It's just, the barrier block will probably come at some point when map making becomes a big thing, whereas command blocks have to have a GUI either created from scratch on the console, or there has to be one on the PC, and then it has to be ported over eventually to the console. I just think right now the command block is least likely, just because it's going to take a really long time if it ever does come, and that's if they want to add it, which we still don't know right now. So yeah, that's the answer to your question, Posh Pikachu. Let's move on to the next one, which comes in from Yosuk8bit, who asks #pickles and pizza. Why can't all Minecraft versions run on Java? #pickles and pizza indeed. Can you put pickles on a pizza, or does it ruin it? But yeah, why don't all Minecraft versions run on Java? Because if you don't know, the console and the mobile versions run on some version of C. I think it's C# on console and C++ on mobile. But yeah, why are they different versions? Why do they run in different languages, which makes them kind of not compatible with each other? So the answer to that question is because Java is just the language Notch decided to use. It's not a very alive language. Most games, the biggest ones are Minecraft and RuneScape. Most games don't use Java for a whole host of reasons, and consoles just don't run Java for, a whole bunch of reasons. The last big thing that ran Java was phones before Android, and I guess Android's based on a version of Java. But the point I want to raise here is that consoles don't run Java, so they couldn't do it that way. And I believe, Android and iOS apps can't be made in Java. They have to be made in, some form of C#. So yeah, with C++, whatever. So just, keep that in mind. The phones and the consoles cannot be made in Java even if they wanted to, because if they could, they'd just port over the PC version and they'd be done with it. Which is why they had to build it from scratch, and why we have 3 distinct versions of the game right now. That was a really long answer. Let's get into the next one, which is hopefully slightly shorter, which is, why did you tell us to ask questions for this week's Q&A on Wednesday? And I figured I'd get this one said, because I went to a big Microsoft event on Monday. It was, of course, private, and I've signed an agreement not to actually talk about what was in the event until a certain date, and I thought the day I was going to be able to talk about it was Wednesday, and that's why I thought, okay, ask your questions then, and we can actually talk about it. Something did come out on Wednesday, but it was an accidental leak. The actual announcement is coming at some point next week, I can probably say, and then I'll be able to talk about all the cool stuff that I've seen that I'm currently under contract not to talk about. But yeah, that's why I asked questions then. Things changed, the schedule changed, they changed the announcement date a week forwards for some reason, and yeah, with that said, let's move on to the next question, which comes in from Carol Castrojohn, who asks, #QnA, would you want servers for consoles? I really do want servers for consoles, because right now, again, just pure, not based on anything I know, but based on what is out there, again, no private information here. It looks like, based on that leak, battle mode is the next thing they're doing, right? And battle mode is such an awesome idea, definitely an awesome practice. It's such an awesome idea, but I think without servers, it might start to run into some problems. Like, like if people learn how to manipulate their client version of the game, they could do split hacks. But then there's even just connection problems. Like playing what might be 8-player games would be kind of crazy if it's all on host connections. Obviously, maybe there's some really good connection sorting system. Maybe they've got upgrade to the netcode coming with it. You'd assume they might with that. But I think servers would just be the ultimate solution personally. And I want servers for consoles just because they make things a lot easier. So yeah, that's all of this week's Q&A. I hope I did answer all of your questions, or not answer all of them, but I hope I answered these questions. I did, in fact, but yeah, I hope you learned something from this, whether it's about the fact that I'm going to Spain, whether it's about, controls are inverted, or whether it's about something maybe coming to the future. Hope you all did learn something. This next week, I do have something big I do want to be showing you all, and this next Thursday, I won't be live streaming because of that. And with that all said, I guess I'll see you all in this next week, a very exciting announcement. So thank you all very much for watching, and goodbye.